What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Bruce Wilson YouTube channel. Tonight we are going to be completely finishing up the assembly on the Flattys engine, and I've got some pretty interesting things we're going to be doing to this to try some theories that I've heard along the way. But we are getting it ready for Rudy's Diesel Extravaganza 2019 spring. We'll be heading out there early Thursday morning to be there Thursday night to hang out for everybody. All the shenanigans all day Friday and Saturday, and we'll actually be staying on Sunday also and coming home Monday. So Spencer and I are going to be getting the engine completely done and ready to go in the truck because I've got a couple customer trucks to finish, and then we're going to be putting this in the truck hopefully Monday or Tuesday at the latest, because we are planning on leaving Thursday morning. But over here I'm doing a CP3 conversion on Duramax, so that's pretty cool. A lot of bullshit in the way there, but we're gonna get right into this and get started on it. All right, guys, so first things first, we're gonna get these push rods all cleaned up because they are covered in just nasty as hell. And what I was gonna tell you guys is we are going to use the factory head bolts. We're gonna torque them down to a little bit different. We're gonna torque them down using a kind of a weird torque sequence. The reason we're doing that is because these head studs have used 9 times and the tops of them are basically stripped out. And I just wanna see how far we can push stock head bolts with running nitrous on a big single turbo. That being said, Jeff Garman is a old-time diesel drag racer, and he's given me a sequence to torque these down to get them to 150 foot-pounds. So we're gonna try that, but first we're gonna get the push rods all put in there and get the rockers put on there, and actually use our stock rockers because we don't need the milled ones that are made for the head studs. So we're gonna get these all cleaned up and get them set in there. One. And these are also, guys, the last video that we did, I wanted to let you guys know, is sponsored by Diesel Auto Power, and this video is also sponsored by Diesel Auto Power. All of our push rods, valve springs, billet front covers, and pretty much our entire fuel system on this engine was provided by dieselautopower.com. So go check them out, guys. There, right there, dieselautopower.com. Make some of the baddest parts on the planet, guys. These are the extreme duty push rods. They are just freaking massive. They're 7/16. Barely fit down in here, but they do. So get these babies stuffed in here, and then we're gonna get the rockers put up here and get it put together. All right, fellas, so we've got the factory rockers put on here. The pedestals aren't cut. When I say they're not cut, you have to cut a 1/4 inch out of the factory pedestals in order to run head studs. And since we're not running the head studs, we're gonna use the factory ones that are not cut right here. And we've got the factory rocker alignment bolts in the rockers also. So we're gonna get all these snug down, and then we're gonna go through and torque these down to factory, which is right at 100. And then we're gonna do another new torque sequence on these factory head bolts, and I'm gonna go over that with you guys also. Here's a moment I've been talking about. I just did a quick little rundown on the factory head studs and brought them to 115. Now I'm gonna bring them up to 120 foot-pounds of torque. We've gotta go in 5 foot-pound increments on here, so I'm gonna move my snap-on torque wrench up to 120 here. And we always start in the middle too. And we're gonna bring these babies up to 120. Right there, just a little bit. It don't take much, guys. Especially when you're, don't get worried when it pops like that. That's just the bolt moving on top of the head. There we go. Just a little bit. All right, we'll go ahead and get all these done, then we'll move on to the next step. So jumped right ahead and got the injectors installed in here. Everything's torqued down on the head. We got our stock head bolts torqued to 140. Halfway's here to prove everything to be halfway done. Got the alternator on here. Bouncer. I've got to adjust my tack pickup right here, so she's not touching the
without studs, y'all better get some catching gloves out, because this is gonna blow off.
Yeah, we'll be at Rudy's, and we will have all the t-shirts, and we'll have a bunch of merch with us, guys, so come find us. We'll be there at Rudy's with the toenail, if we make it, hopefully. If halfway does all the pre-flight checks, we should be okay. And we got Spencer over here polishing our aluminum up, making it look pretty. But we are on our way to having the Flattys new engine ready to rock. Gotta get the valve covers put on here, though. Now that you're here, you can get a lot more done. I'm gonna sit back, relax.
Yeah.
Jeez. But you still doing bitch work.
No. On the powder sheet.
So Austin, tell us about this here engine. What's so special about it?
This is a high performance stock heads bolts.
Okay.
12 valve.
Okay.
Doing this, South Bend.
What's this thing right here?
This is what we call a flywheel.
Fly whizzle?
Fly whizzle dizzle. This is what we call a worn out starter that's probably going to go
I don't know.
out.
We hope that thing's good because it was kind of cranking over slow, but it might have been because the engine was locked the fuck up.
Oh, it's only been sitting outside in the rain for...
But we know it's kind of waterproof because it did sit underwater for a second there. So guys, the South Bend clutch, this baby got a little bit wet, but she's definitely taken some beating from our drag racing. And you guys have been asking what the sparks are that have been flying out from underneath the truck. This spinny boy right here. But yeah, well, it's a goddamn South Bend clutch. It's been 750s to the 8th with a 7,000. No, let's say wait, 6,900. Was it 6,900 or 7,900? I think it's 6,900. Weighs 7,000 freaking pounds. And we've been 750s in the 8th with a stick shift. You know why? Because we got that SuperStick transmission.
Look how hot they've gotten.
And we got, I know. And we got the freaking South Bend clutch. So guys, go to southbendclutch.kazam and grab your clutches, or go to dieselautopower.com and at checkout select Bruce Wilson. Lay it in there, bud. You know what you're doing? Oh, I know what the problem is. You're doing this because it's not halfway.
Nope.
Dang. In case y'all didn't know, we had a huge milestone celebration. My boy had 1,000 followers on Instagram.
That's right.
How'd you get that far, bud? Tell me your secrets.
Them shout outs from Mr. Famous.
Oh,
Bruce
Jesus.
Wilson.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's the next plate. A little bit of dirt never hurt no one, eh?
Nope. Just push plate side.
A little bit of dust. All right, here you go. Alright. Gotta find the red paint and line it all back up. There we go. Put your fingers. Now, before we do anything else, we're gonna take this dildo in my pocket. What the hell? It's like the movie theater. You're supposed to put your phone on side. You didn't even care who it was, did you?
Well, baby mama.
No, it's alright. She don't watch the videos. She can talk to us later.
She's gonna watch the video what?
I'm surprised she hasn't.
I know. She can see all them women.
Some of the stuff I say, if she watched the video, she'd be pretty pissed.
FYI, guys, baby mama and Austin
Are on great terms all the time. We have a very loving relationship.
Jesus Christ. God dang it. I usually don't get this kind of problems.
We should take the pressure plate off, then get it to line.
You know what? It's like my clitoris. I mean, hold that.
Oh, you're gonna have to edit that one out.
Alright. That looks close. Get in there.
Let me spit on it.
Alright. She's all in there. Now the problem is getting her back out. Alright there, hot shot. Set it on there without killing your fingers. My South Bend clutch sticker hanging in there nice and tight, ain't she?
Haven't got it hot enough yet.
Shoot. We got this thing hot, we got this thing cold.
Surprised nothing shattered going hot to cold with all the water.
I know. Oh my god.
Good old South Bedizzle.
Well, better come out there and find us at Rudy's Diesel Performance. Come out there, show everybody what's about. And we've got a 12-valve showdown coming at you guys. My buddy Luke Simpson, I'll put his YouTube in the description below. He just started a YouTube channel. He's got an automatic 12-valve. And we're gonna go out there with the old stick shift, put a hurting on him. So y'all better show up, and if you don't, tune into his channel and mine to see the whooping go down. Well, we've got the turbo and manifold on here, all our valve covers on, injection lines, all that good jazz. And little piddly things here and there in the turbo drain are all completed, and that badass South Bend clutch on the back of it now. I'm gonna teach y'all halfway how to time a Cummins because we gotta retime it. The reason we're retiming it is because we're now running a stock piston bowl with these big old 5x25 water hoses for injectors, and gotta back the timing off because we were at 38 degrees with the big wide bowl forged pistons. And what I'm referring to as piston bowl, guys, I want to show you so you can kind of get an idea. Our these right here. Well, this isn't a 12 valve piston, but this is a 24 valve piston. You see that hole right there in the middle? That is called the piston bowl, because you can fill it full of fluid. And these are the pistons that were in the 12 valve. You can see that huge difference how big that bowl is. And the bowl is where the fuel sprays and makes the compression and the bang and go happen in these engines. So we want to spray inside the bowl for the best power to happen. Some guys like to run a lot of timing on these stock engines. You spray outside of it and it still makes power, but for the optimal power, I want to spray inside the bowl to create the most amount of power. So we're going to drop the timing down to around probably 22 degrees just to be safe. We can make a lot of power with it right there, especially if a lot of nitrous, because that will definitely make up for the timing loss. So we're going to get the timing set around 22 degrees, and we're running a 13 millimeter pump from Diesel Auto Power. And that pump times the same as a 180 pump. So I'm going to pull up my timing diagram and see how many millimeters of lift we need to set the timing, and I'll show you guys how to do that in just a moment. So first things first, guys, we've got a adjustable gear. So when we're going to set this timing up, we want to put our timing at 22 degrees. We're going to put it right in the middle of the adjustment part so we can adjust it up or down. And you got to pull the #1 delivery valve out always first. You grab a magnet. Or I'm sorry, the delivery valve holder. Then we're going to pull the delivery valve itself out, and these are a 7 millimeter delivery valve, I think is what's in this pump. And then next we're going to screw our tool down in here for our dial caliper. This is an adapter for the pump. That goes down in there. I'm going to screw a dial caliper down into there. And being that I've got an adjustable timing gear, I've got my engine set at top dead center, which is where we want it. And I can turn the injection pump right here, and I want to set my dial caliper to bottom dead center, which is right where it's at right there. Now I can adjust this to 0. Right there. If you guys want to know the exact timing method, definitely look it up on Google and stuff like that. It'd be a lot easier for you. So now, after looking at my timing chart, we want 6.1 millimeters of lift. So we're going to move our injection pump 6.1 millimeters from bottom dead center. I haven't started moving yet, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.1 right there. So guys, I had to pull the entire front cover back apart because I had the timing gear not in the correct spot. So basically it's good to set your adjustable timing gear up with the front cover off. So I got it off, we've got it set, and the bolt holes are right here about in between. So the first thing we're going to do is take our little set screw and find the spot on here where the screw will actually screw into, and it is right about there. And we're going to screw that baby all the way down. Need to find the fucking dealio.
Didn't you turn the motor over before I pulled the billet cover off?
It's on top dead center right now. Okay. We're going to run that down. Snug her down. Next, we're going to take our bigger bolts right here that hold the gear from turning, actually. And we're going to snug these babies down, and then our engine is all set in time. And that is all there is to it. So now whenever you want to adjust the timing up or down, you're just going to loosen that screw up and turn your injection pump where you want it, and then tighten these back down, and it's all set. So I recommend adjustable timing gears whenever you're doing competition use, or yeah, I welded that so the gear didn't come off. So you can pick these up at dieselautopower.com also. Well, folks, here she is, 100% ready, set down in the gosh dang truck. We've got to get a pipe plug to go right here on the oil fitting, pressure side on the oil filter housing. Got to get some oil for it and a goddamn oil filter. But other than that, she's ready to rock. Stay halfway.
It's gonna be a long week.
It's gonna be a long freaking next 3 days. We've got to finish the CP3 conversion on the Duramax. Well, I do. It's kind of a one-man job. And then I have to put the entire EcoBoost engine together. I'm going to get it put in. And then we can put the engine in the Flatty and get the toenail ready to go. And we've got a box of first-gen engine parts we might carry with us just in case anything decides to break on the toenail. We've got the stuff here. We've got a huge list of stuff to do the toenail. I've got to do like, what else? What all we have on there?
Check wheel bearings.
Wheel bearings, brakes, check all the fluids, change the oil in the engine. We're going to put a CB in it, put billet freeze plugs in it. We're going to call Diesel Auto Power tomorrow morning and have them next day air us some billet freeze plugs put in that baby. Because the rear freeze plug actually popped out of it, and I've got those rubber, like, temporary screw-in freeze plugs in it right now. Something else. We have so much to get done, it's insane. It's going to be crazy. But we're going to be at Rudy's this weekend, I promise. So you guys are showing up. Comment down below and let me know if you're going, because I want to kind of get a head count of how many viewers, subscribers are going to be there for us to hang out with and do all kinds of stuff and get a little litty-titty with us, too. So yeah, we're going to be racing. Oh, and I got to order a freaking slick. Don't forget when we get to the house. Got to order a slick. That's going to be not cheap. Not looking forward to ordering a slick for the flatbed, because we got a couple 12-valve races we're going to be racing, and Greg A will be there, and he said he wants to have fun and hang out a little bit and maybe bust some ass going on the track, so we'll see what happens. But Flatty's engine's all done. We got our south main clutch on there. We got our coolant bypass installed. I sent the turbo cover with Austin. He's taking it home because he's going to get it powder coated for me. Someone surprised me with some ugly ass color, probably pink or something like that, just to, you know, go along with the sweet ass junkyard motor we got going on here. But just like the one before, it looks ugly, but it should lay down some horse torque, you think?
I like these ones.
We're gonna find out. Stock head bolts, though. That's the feature for today's video. Stock freaking head bolts on this thing. So a little bit of an interesting. We're gonna see what happens. But we're gonna call it a night here. Tomorrow we're gonna be going hard at it, getting the Duramax done and getting the EcoBoost started. And then after that's done, we're putting this motor in the flat nasty and get her done. So hold tight, guys. I enjoy you guys tuning in to all the updates on the flat nasty. She will be back alive and burning rubber and blowing black smoke here soon. So
don't forget blowing head gaskets.
That too. So make sure you smash the like button, comment down below, and let me know if you're going to be at Rudy's. Please, please, please let me know if you're going to be at Rudy's. And let me know how stupid you think we are for using stock head bolts. And guys, all the orders are shipping out. We should have the t-shirts here. They will be here Tuesday for the Fuck on the Flatbeds. If you did pre-order those, they will be here Tuesday. We're going to try to get as many of those shipped out before we head off to Rudy's, and we will have those with us at Rudy's. A lot of merch there also. So guys, we'll catch y'all later. Smash the subscribe button to the channel. We'll see y'all later. Peace out.